Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to import animations from Blender, well also export animations from Blender into the Unreal Engine 4, okay? And what we're going to need to do is make a quick Google search for UE4 Mannequin Blender, and then what we're going to need to go down to is this wiki.unrealengine link right here. You can go ahead and click on that, and then you have download blend file directly right here, and go ahead and get that. Go ahead and download it. I've downloaded it quite a few times here. Open it up, and then you have your mannequin right there, and we're going to go ahead and set Blender to animation mode just for ease of access here so we can get the concept down. Now over here on the right you have the mobile version of the character and the regular version, and we're gonna go ahead and delete the mobile version just for cleanness when we get into Unreal. Otherwise there will be two imports. So after you've got this, now you want to go here and go to the pose, right? And this will allow you to go into the animation mode. Right, so we go ahead and animate him, any way you like. But first, before we animate him though, we're just going to simply keyframe him at the T pose, and then we're going to go ahead and bring that T pose over to frame 0. Boom. Alright, and now we're going to stretch that back out a little bit, go over to frame 40, okay, and keyframe it again. And what I'm doing here, right, all is to select all his parts, okay, and then I press I and O, and O is the shortcut for location and rotation of each of these parts. So it's keyframing all of his parts, their location and their rotation relative, okay. And now we're gonna go to the middle frame, frame 20 here, okay. And at frame 20, what you're going to want to do is add any kind of animation you'd like. This is just for an example though. The reason we put the T-pose at frame 0 and frame 40 is so we have a perfect loop from beginning to end, and it's just one smooth, clean animation. Now we're going to go all I O, and boom, now we have him doing this little flap with his hands, okay? Set this to 0 just so it's get the full play, and then you can press Alt A to play it in motion like that and see it. There you go, nice and flappy. That's fantastic. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and change this F-curve editor to the NLA editor, and I'm going to name this flap. I'm going to click that to save it down there to my NLA strips. Okay, and now we are ready to export that animation. Okay, I go FBX here. Go ahead and go name it flap.fbx. Okay, uncheck by holding shift, camera and lamp. Okay, go for the animation, force start and end keying. You want to uncheck that and uncheck that. That being the leaf, add leaf bones, and force start end keying. Okay, and now that that's done, you can go ahead and export that. And what you're going to want to do is open up your Unreal Engine. I'm going to delete my examples here earlier so we can just start from scratch. And we're going to delete all that too, so it's basically the startup file. Force delete and get rid of all that. Alright. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to import, and then we're going to import the flap.fbx that we just made. Make sure that skeletal mesh, import mesh are checked, and then you're going to want to check import animations, exported time, and import. And that should import. Alright, now that that is imported, we should be able to look at it here. And yep, there we go, he's doing his nice little flap there. So that's already ready. And we're going to go ahead and go over to this flap skeleton, open it up, add new, click on the flap mesh there. Don't have to name anything different. Okay. And now you want to select rig, select humanoid rig. Okay. All this should be fine right out of the box. Go to show advanced, because this is something you will need to change. And you're going to want to click the X next to any of these ones that say twist, like a lower arm twist, upper arm twist. I just turn them all off because they end up causing very strange things to happen a lot of the time, and I just don't trust them. They are not my friend so far. Okay, now that should all be good. I believe we got all the twists. We'll do a double check here. Missed calf twist there. Alright, and then we can go ahead and save that as a bone mapping if you desire. You're also going to need to set a preview mesh, right? And you're going to click that right there. Apply to asset. You're going to need this, otherwise it won't appear when you go to do the animation retargeting. Okay, now that we have the animation right here, it's all ready. Let's save all. Yeah, save selected. There we go, everything's ready. Okay, and then real quick, what you're going to need to do is go over to your character folder in mannequin, and then go to mesh, go to the UE4 skeleton, and then you're going to need to do the same thing here, add new, and click that one, and it'll pop up right down here. I've already done this, just to preemptively be ready, and then you're going to want to go to here, select humanoid rig, if it's not already selected. Okay, and you don't need to do the same thing here where you go to show advanced and unclick those, because they don't seem to ever affect anything as long as you're not, you know, I mean, if you were to use them correctly, then you would want to import them anyways. But anyways, now that that's ready for retargeting and it's set like that, we can go over to our third-person BP folder, because that's just where we imported it in the beginning. And we can go to the animation right here, go to retarget anim assets right here. When you right-click, duplicate, and then we're going to click on the UE4 skeleton right there, retarget, and voila, there is your animation on the UE4 skeleton, ready for you to use. Go ahead and save it, and thanks for watching the video. Hope it helps you get your animations in there quicker and really fills out your game. Please leave a like if you thought this was helpful at all, and have a good day.